into this right now. I like to get into things right away. The amount of money that you would ever give as a donation to Tariq Nasheed concerning any one of his documentaries, the ones that have already been created and the ones that will be created in the future. It's not worth it. In exchange for the money, he wants you to believe, or he has led you to believe, through and by manipulation, that this education, this information that I'm giving you is well worth the money that I'm asking for it. If this were true, by now we should see some major changes going down. Because how many people have a copy of any of the Hidden Color series? Most of you have all the copies, every single one that he has ever put out. And you're looking forward to this number 5. Well, listen, one thing that you got to understand here, you have been duped. You have been duped. Through trial and error, he found out that creating documentaries is more profitable than anything else that he could ever even think of doing. This is his number one earner, the documentaries. This is why he will create a documentary every single year. Does that make any sense to any sensible, common sense user out there? It does not. And if you're still not convinced, here's what you need to do. Research other documentary writers and creators and see how many have they created consecutively. I can already tell you the answer. They have spaces in between creating a documentary or two. You understand what I'm saying? So in other words, if they create one this year, they're not going to create one the very next year. They might wait 4 or 5 years because it's just, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but to me, that's showing how greedy you are. That's showing that, you know what, I'm creating these for the money and not for the information. Because a lot of this information is repeated. It's just different people that he interviews inside these Hidden Color series. This is why he wanted fresh people to interview in Hidden Colors 5. This is why he started talking about Brother Polite. And when he made the statement that, hey, listen, if you give me $500,000, I'll make sure that Brother Polite isn't in Hidden Colors 5. Wait a minute, man. So you have already talked it over with Brother Polite and said, hey, brother, I want you to be in my Hidden Colors 5 because I love your wisdom and I love all of your education that you can lend to all of the people that would be willing to listen. But then you come back later and say, man, I got some bad news, man. These people gave me $500,000. And for that reason, I just can't have you inside my film. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, I'm just as crushed as you are. I mean, I have to cater to the people. I mean, you know, these people love me, you know, and after all, they gave me $500,000. So I'm going to have to just decline on you being inside my Hidden Colors 5 series. Would that be right? Even though you have already talked to him, even though you have already confirmed that, hey, listen, yes, I would like you to be in Hidden Colors 5. But then because the people rallied together and gave Tariq Nasheed what he wanted, now he tells him it's not okay and you won't be inside Hidden Colors 5. What kind of fucking person does that? And you serve that person? And you're dedicated to a person like that? That was quite obvious that he follows the money and not his heart. It's about the money. It always has been. It's about the money. He creates these documentaries because it's about the money. It's not normal to create documentaries every single fucking year, man. That makes no fucking sense. No other documentary writer or creator will create documentaries every single year like this man has for the past 6 years. It's his number one earner. It's the reason that he can stay in this status. Don't believe the hype. This nigga has lied about so much. He keeps saying that he has been approached by VH1 and he has been approached by ABC and CBS. He has been approached by so many different people that have offered him so much money, but he declined because he wanted to keep it real. Get the fuck out of here, man. But he would tell you, hey, I won't have Brother Polite inside Heaton Colors 5 if you give me $500,000. I mean, does that sound right to you? Can you connect the dots like I did? I mean, it's simple. It's just common sense, man. But you know why he isn't worried? Because he understands one thing that I've been trying to tell you for a long time. He understands that he is dealing with dummies. He is dealing with pathetic, stupid, blundering idiots that can't get it. He don't have to cater to you. He can do anything he want to do. That's all it takes. And he can get your money every single time. Thousands of dollars on top of thousands of dollars on top of thousands of dollars for a bullshit fucking documentary. He gets you to give him money to help him create the motherfucking bastard. I want you to listen to me good. He gets you to help him create this by giving him large amounts of cash. Then he convinces you that all that money, plus some that he had to dig out of his own pocket, this is what it took to actually have the finished product of interviews. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me right now. I even heard him say, I think it was like last month, he said he has already invested, what was it, $100,000 inside Heaton Colors 5. Get the fuck out of here, man. How many times are you going to let this big-headed ass bastard lie to you, man? He ain't invested no $100,000 in that bullshit. I mean, take a look at the quality of it, man. You got to be kidding me, right? $100,000 already. So you mean to tell me that this Heaton Colors 5 is going to be worth, or the cost of it to end up with the finished product is going to be $500,000. Jesus Christ, man. Please, please, please. Don't tell me that you are falling for this bullshit, man. The only reason why you like the Heaton Color series in the first place, because you look at it as an attack on white supremacy. That's all it is. Oh, we get one up on white supremacy. We get one up on racism because we got a Heaton Colors 5 that's talking about it all. We have been talking about it all even before the documentaries, and there has been no change. White supremacy still exists and racism still exists. So what does that tell you? Your investment is trash. Your investment is trash, and you know it. You don't want to acknowledge it, but you know it. You have given this nigga, oh man, millions of dollars, man. If you count up all this money from the beginning when he started until the present day, millions on top of millions of dollars, and nothing is different. Not a single thing is different. He keeps skinning and grinning, telling you fucking jokes, and you laugh, and that makes you forget about no progress, no change, no nothing. Nothing is different. Shit is worse than ever. And you are satisfied with that? I mean, really, are you really satisfied with that? Many of you have kids that will already having a hard time, but they will have an even worse time in the future. I can guarantee you that. Because you know why? Because you're not doing anything to prevent that from happening now. You don't love your children, because if you did, you would be trying to prevent some of these things that they are sure enough going to have to go through. It starts now. It starts now. Every generation before the generation coming behind it, we should be preparing the way, and it should be safe enough for them to live in. But it's never When it comes to our society, every other society, they make sure that they do it for themselves and their families. We are the only society that will give one man $1 million that won't spend a dime toward the change and the progress of our society. We are the only fucking people that will do some bullshit like that. Some idiotic, stupid, foolish shit like that. And be satisfied with it. I wish the people that have interviewed Tariq Nasheed, I wish they would ask some of the more important questions. You know, like Tariq Nasheed, I wish you could tell the people why there is no change and no progress in our society, even though that you have been operating for more than 20 years. I mean, what's the purpose of your documentaries? What's the purpose of your information and material? What's the purpose of people giving you millions of dollars in a span of 20 years and no change and no progress? What's the purpose, man? And I guarantee you he would get up and leave. If he said anything, he would keep going back to the same thing that makes no sense. Oh, I'm giving them information. I'm giving them the truth that they can use. Well, they have been using it for a number of years and nothing has came about it. So then, is it safe to say that this material, these solutions, everything that comes from Tariq Nasheed is worthless? I mean, we can safely say that because it's been 20 years of it. By now, we should see some major changes. See, when I talk like this, people don't want to listen. Oh, no, because you know why? Because they can't go against it. They can't come against it. You can't come against the truth. That's the hardest thing to do. You can only try to have people distracted away from it, but you can't just come and say, you know what, keyboard musician, you're wrong. How am I wrong? Prove it. And then that's it. You will never hear anything from them again because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't even want to attempt to try to battle me in what is the fucking truth. 20 years of all this money, 20 years of all this material and all this talk and all these videos on YouTube. 20 years later, no progress, no change, nothing is different. Shit is worse than ever. So then what was the need for all the money? What was the need for the documentaries? What was the need for the YouTube videos? What was the need for the lectures? What was the need for people buying your fucking stupid shitting ass fucking merchandise that means nothing to change in our society? A waste of fucking time. Totally waste of fucking time. When are you going to come to your senses and wake up and understand that this nigga has duped you? That's exactly what he has did. He duped you and he continues to fucking dupe you over and over and over and over and over and over again. You allow him to do it like it's nothing. Yeah, man, you know, see, Tariq Nasheed, man, I'm telling you, that Hidden Colors 5, Hidden Colors 4, 3, 2, and 1, it's the bomb. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it's the bomb, all right. No change, no progress, no results. No change, no progress, no results. How is this the bomb? How is this the bomb? You keep saying this is accredited this and it received all these awards and all these accolades and shit. But then again, look who we hear this from. We hear this from Tariq Nasheed himself, the creator of these things. But I never hear the same thing coming from the people that it would really count coming from. They don't say a word about it. But he wants you to believe everything that he's saying about his own creation? Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, I'm telling you, stop being naive. Stop not using common sense. Start using common sense. Stop letting this nigga dupe you, okay? He is making a living off of you, and you can't even understand that. You can't even understand that. You can't even begin to understand it. He's making a living off of all of you. And he has been doing this for a number of years. And you sit here, and you sit there like a lump on a log. Like a lump on a log. You don't know what to say right now. Because you're so fucking angry at the fact that the truth is coming out. You're angry at the fact that this man used you for all these many years and continues to use you. You don't benefit from it in any way. The most that you could benefit from it is repeating the information that you heard in the documentaries, repeating the information that you heard in the lectures, repeating the information that you heard on the YouTube videos. You repeat it to somebody else, and then they repeat it to somebody else, and they repeat it to somebody else. But it's not changing your lives. The information itself, the material itself, the education itself, the learning itself, it's not changing anything. It never has, and it never will. I feel so sorry for all of you that have allowed this man to come inside your life and take. He has given you nothing in return. Not a single fucking thing. But you know what? Karma is on the way. Karma is on the way. And not just for Tariq Nasheed, but also for Tommy Sotomayor. And not only just for Tommy Sotomayor, but for Brother Polite. And not only for Brother Polite, but all the rest of the con artists out here that's posing as good, wholesome people that's trying to help somebody. You ain't trying to help nobody but yourselves and your own families. And you indulge in all of these things after you're not being recorded. If the people knew exactly what you were up to, they would be sick to their motherfucking stomachs. Some of you, when this shit comes out about what you have been doing, that you have been hiding from the people, I'm telling you, man, they are going to be some angry, pissed off motherfuckers. I'm telling you, the shit that I've been hearing about most of you, man, is just sickening to my motherfucking stomach. You claim to be against this and you claim to be against that, but it's not true at all. You're not against anything. You're for it because you practice it. You practice this bullshit, man. And I know you're listening because you know that this is the truth over here. All of you hate me because that truth surrounds this channel. You hate that even one person is paying any attention because that's all it takes. That one person to tell one person to tell one person to tell one person. Slowly, they're starting to wake up. I wish it could be a little more at a faster pace, but I'll take what I can get. Even having one person change their mind about these fucking evildoers would satisfy me. But obviously it's been more than one. And I can see Tariq Nasheed with his fake accounts and the rest of these fake ass motherfuckers with their fake accounts. You keep trying to comment in my comment section and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, that nobody is going against Tariq Nasheed. There has been thousands of people that have changed their mind about him. They don't have to let him know. They don't have to let you know. But they damn sure let me know. And I appreciate that about them, that they let me know that, you know what, I got it, I have received it, and I'm telling you, I'm done with this nigga. He won't get one more dollar of mine. That's one less dollar that nigga will be receiving, that he begs for. He wants to pick on Tommy. He wants to pick on all the rest of these people for begging, but yet he is begging the most right now. He's begging the most right now. So he needs to pick on himself. The next show that he commits to YouTube, he needs to tell people at the beginning of that show, you know what, I need to make fun of my own self because I've been a begging motherfucker lately. I have been just like a fucking beggar on the side of the road, begging you for anything you can give me. This nigga's hard up, man, and you don't see it. He ain't gonna come out and tell you I'm having a hard time. That's not his stilo. That's not his routine. He's so fucking arrogant, he would never come out like that. He would never come out and say, hey, you know what, I'm having a hard time. I mean, the money that I've been receiving is not what I have expected to receive each month, and I need you to ante up and give me more. But instead, he just starts begging for more. Hey, I need this and I need that because I'm thinking about some great things. You thinking about some great things. What's so great about a documentary? Can it change anything? See, what we need right now, ladies and gentlemen, that we keep putting off until tomorrow and next year and put off on other people. We need change now. We need change now, not tomorrow. We don't need to continue just talking about it and, yeah, the white man did this and the white man did this. Yeah, right on, brother. I see it too. They do this and they do that. When are we going to stop talking about what they are doing and start preventing them from doing it? I mean, this is the next step. We don't go into any action at all. We just give Tariq Nasheed money and then we just hope for the best. This nigga is not going to change anything for anybody but himself. He has duped you. I hope you see it before it's too late. I hope you see it before this nigga drains every penny out of your fucking bank account. And then it's too late then. And then the only reason that you would have changed your mind is because you're broke. And he won't help you. We don't need people like that. You can't come in this direction then either. When you are just fucking to your fucking wits end and you have fell all the way down, we don't need you. Because you can't be no help to us. You can't. You can't. You're broken then. Totally broken. We don't need people like that. You make the decision now before he takes everything that you fucking got. We don't need people to come in this motherfucker being fucking needy. You know, I'll join you, but by the way, you know, Tariq Nasheed took all my money. Can you lend me some? Hell no. That's your mistake that you're going to have to fucking pay for. Nobody else needs to pay for your own fucking mistakes. Don't you agree? You don't want to pay for anybody else's mistakes, so why should you want them to pay for your mistakes? You would have to pay for that. Karma is on the way, whether you believe it or not. And it's going to be soon. It's going to be sooner than you think. This whole video is about just that. Karma will repay. You understand? I want you to listen to me, Tariq Nasheed, because I know that you are paying attention. I want you to listen to this part. You are about to lose everything. And nothing can stop it. Do you understand me? Nothing can stop it. This is something that you created for yourself. So now you're going to have to go through it. You can't avoid it. You can't create it and then say, okay, I didn't create that, so I shouldn't have to be responsible for it. You created this storm that's about to engulf you. And believe it or not, it's going to be on your doorstep. I just feel sorry for your family that will also have to suffer because of you. It's going to come a time, and this is going to be soon. You're going to wake up, and you're going to realize you have nothing left. Not even enough money to feed your family. And for the first time, or should I say for the second time in your life, you're going to have to let go of the arrogance. And you're going to have to need someone. And the reason that you're going to need them, and the reason that you're going to have to tuck your tail in between your motherfucking legs, is you're going to have to ask somebody that will help you to feed your family. And for a man, I'm telling you, man, that's totally degrading. Your family going to be looking at you like you fucking stole something, like you fucking don't count at all. Because you would have let them down. And everybody else going to be looking at you fucking funny style. You're going to lose it all, man. Because you didn't gain it right. You didn't gain it clean, man. So now you're going to have to suffer for it. You will lose it. You will lose it. Every single person that has did this same thing in their own way, they had to pay as well. Most of these people are already dead. It broke them so severely that they had nothing left but death. And they took their own life. All these years you've been conning these people. You've been taking their money. You've been leading them to believe that something is going to change, that this information is going to help elevate them into a brand new level. But it never has and it never will. I'm telling you, this is too many people. Way too many people. And you're going to have to account for each one of them, brother. We're talking about years of torment. We're talking about years of torment. No matter what you do, you can't get out of it. You can go illegal, start selling drugs, doing whatever you have planned if everything goes south. And that's not going to go right. It's going to make things even worse. And you're going to get to that point. I know you're probably laughing right now, thinking to yourself, I'm secure. If all else fails, hey, shit, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Illegal or not illegal, I'll be okay. I'm telling you, that's not going to be the case. I'm letting you know that right now. It's going to go south. And your other plan and your other plan and your other plan is going to go south. You have to pay for the things that you have done, Marcus. It's time to pay the piper. And if you ask me, it's been time. But I don't have a say-so in when you pay and when you don't pay and how long. But I do know this. It's going to happen for you. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen for you. So you can all of a sudden get nice and start handing out money to people and start treating them better. It's not going to make any difference. You have created this thing, and now it's ready to engulf you. May God be with your family, because I really feel sorry for them, because they will have to suffer. And everybody that's dependent on you, I'm telling you, man, there's no way out of this, and you know it. You feel it. You've been having dreams about it, but you've been counting it off as just, oh, that's just a fucking dream, and oh, that's just something else. That's something I ate. And listen, I'm telling you, it's warning you to get ready, to get prepared. You did this to yourself, brother. Nobody else did this. Nobody held a gun to your head and said, listen, man, con these people for fucking 15 to 20 years. I'm surprised that it let you get this far. But the only thing I could think of when it was on my mind is, you know what? It's letting you build up all of this bad that you will have to repay back. And I'm a firm believer, every day, every month, every year that you treated somebody wrong, that you stole money from, you're going to have to pay back double. You have a lot of people to account for. You have a lot of years to account for. Nigga, in other words, you're going to spend the rest of your life suffering. And your family too, man. If I were your wife, I would leave you and take the kids. That's their only hope, to get as far away from you as they can. But she won't. Because she think that you would weather the storm. Oh, we've been here before, and he pulled us through. Everything was okay. People always love Tariq Nasheed. They'll always give him money. I'm telling you, you have no control over karma. You can't buy it off. You understand? You can't avoid it. You can't run from it. You can't have somebody else try to go through it for you. You can't avoid it. You're gonna have to go through it. And the message is, it's gonna be soon. I feel sorry for your family yet again, but I do not feel sorry for you. I do not feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for all the people that gave their money thinking that something would change. They gave you their money thinking that, you know what, I now have this information, I can do so much with it. but then only to find out that they can't do anything with it except put that fucking DVD on the shelf and let it collect fucking dust. That's it. And they spent so much for it, they won't even give it to the next person and simply pass it along. So they're going to be selfish with it because, hey, you know what? Shit, I paid fucking $20 for that. No, I can't give it to you. It's a damn shame. It really is. It's a damn shame that niggas like you have to learn the hard way. And you are a thick-headed nigga. You don't believe that you would have to go through this because you think, oh, I worked hard. You didn't work hard, nigga. You stole hard. You manipulated hard. That's what you did hard. You didn't earn a single fucking thing that you got, man. It was given to you by the people because of how you lied to them, how you manipulated them. I'm warning all of you, stay away from him because karma is about to eat his ass up. And if you are anywhere in the vicinity, he's going to eat your ass up too. I'm telling you. At your own risk, keep doing what you're doing. And I promise you, I'm telling you, you're going down too. You're going to wonder, how did this happen? Damn. And then you're going to think about my warning. By then, it's already too late. You might as well just fucking move in with him at that time because you're going to go through everything he goes through. So now you can run to the comment section and talk shit and say you don't believe it and whatever else. And I'm telling you, it'll bring you down as well. Karma isn't anything to play with. Once it decides that it's time to pay the piper, listen, no joke, I've seen so many people, man, that have lied and didn't want to tell people the truth of how they, got to be in a certain status. But you knew that, you knew that they were doing something that wasn't legitimate. You knew that they were doing something that wasn't just simply just working hard and earning this the legitimate way. And it all comes out in the wash. It all comes out eventually. And like I said, most of these people, man, they were suffering so much because of karma, they just decided, you know what, the only way out is death. They decided, I might as well just end it all. They had families. They had big houses. They had 4 or 5 cars. Most of them that are still alive, they have nothing now. Most of them that's still alive are in shelters, on drugs real heavy, on the streets. They can never rebuild their lives. I want you to understand, they can never rebuild their lives, no matter what they try to do. That ship has sailed. This is why a person like Tariq Nasheed has went so long for so many years ripping people off without anything even touching him. It was letting you build up all this time. So then your rest of your life would be suffering. Again, I feel sorry for his family. Take the warning or don't take the warning. You cannot avoid karma. Let the games begin.